Saddam will be charged with launching a bloody war of aggression against Iran in 1979. But last July, Saddam rejects all guilt. For him, it was nothing more than a normal event. That normal event lasted for 8 terrible years and resulted in the deaths of 1 million people. And there are those who charge that, from the start, it was the United States and its allies who supported that war against Iran and its feared fundamentalist leader, Ayatollah Khomeini. Eric Rouleau is a former French ambassador to the Middle East.
Khomeini frightened everyone in the West. French interests were severely hit at the time. And it goes without saying that all action against Iran would be welcome in Washington. There's no doubt that Saddam Hussein was assured of having the support of the West, which he immediately obtained.
In fact, it's alleged that Saddam received a go-ahead for that attack from the United States. This charge is bolstered by a confidential memo written in 1982 to Ronald Reagan from Alexander Haig, his Secretary of State. Haig wrote that, using the Saudis as go-betweens, President Carter gave the Iraqis a green light to launch the war against Iran. Further, the U.S. may actually have helped the Iraqis plan their attack against Iran. It was in this Parisian hotel that the secret meeting supposedly took place. This, according to Abu Hossam Bani Saad, the president of Iran at that time. His spies bought him a copy of that plan.
According to this plan, it was in Paris, between the Americans, the Israelis, and the Iraqis, that the plan was prepared to attack Iran in order to smash, if you wish, the force of the Iranian Revolution.
But couldn't it have been a counterfeit document, a false plan?
The war was made exactly according to the plan. Fortunately, we bought it before the war because it was that plan that saved Iran.
I believe that to be accurate.
Why?
Because I had officials that said that it was our work.
The battle plan?
We had access to it, at least.
At the time, investigative reporter Richard Sale had close ties with U.S. intelligence sources. The Americans, he says, were also feeding Saddam trumped-up information about Iran.
I was in contact with a whole range of U.S. officials, and we were clearly stuffing Saddam's head with nonsense to make conditions look better than they were.
To encourage him to go into Iraq.
To encourage him to go in. It's going to be a breeze.
In fact, the Iranian resistance was much stronger than Saddam had expected. But over the following years, countries of the West and East fed and financed Saddam's military machine.
At that time, the Black Devil was Iran. Therefore, anyone who fought Iran was welcome for the West.
Roland Dumas was French Minister of Foreign Affairs. The war, he says, was also enthusiastically supported by the arms merchants.
All those who were moved by economic interest. Therefore, it was our military, it was our arms industry.
Pierre Marion headed France's Secret Service in 1981. Dassault Aviation, he says, made billions of dollars selling Saddam their most sophisticated fighter, the Mirage.
Dassault was the one that most profited from the war, the one that pushed the most. You have to see the pressure that was put on French leaders by the different internal powers in France, particularly Dassault, which had extremely important and forceful means of pressure.
It may be that France not only supplied their best fighter planes to Saddam, but also their pilots.
The French began to fly Air Force missions for him. I mean,
what?
The French sold him Mirage fighters.
Right.
They were on contract to, supposedly to maintain the plane. There was some devious arrangement like that, but they were flying missions. The agency told me first, the Pentagon confirmed it.
And the French never denied it?
No.
With such massive support from the West and his Arab neighbors, Saddam battled on. it became the bloodiest conflict of the past quarter century.